Why do you hate us? Because we're Mexicans?
I heard her from like the other side of the property yelling at my mom, go back to Mexico. And that's when I I rushed over and I said, hey, what's your problem? What's going on?
We're honest people right here.
Yeah, rapists.
Rapists? How many people have I raped? How many drugs have I dealt? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You believe everything he's telling you?
Yeah.
You see how we're working?
I think growing up for me, my first language is Spanish, and so I started speaking Spanish growing up. And so going to elementary, going to even middle school, just seeing even like the children telling me like, oh, like why do you speak Spanish? Why don't you speak English? Or even like just seeing just the discrimination against my parents. I think at the time, like even though we're from Venezuela, a lot of people would be like, go back to Mexico, or like, why are you even here? Or like, speak English, like, why don't you understand me? And then I just all of that discrimination kind of like, I saw that, and for me growing up, I was just like, oh, that must be a regular thing. So I immigrated from Venezuela with my family when I was 5 years old, and I mean, I think at the time, kind of looking back at it now, I just see that it was just, for me, I just thought it was kind of a regular thing. It was around 8 of us with my cousins and my aunts, and we were just living in a 1-bedroom just apartment, in Compton. It was just all of us together, kind of bunched up. And for me, I thought it was just kind of like a regular thing. Like it was just something that, this is how everybody grows up. And I felt like, looking back at it now, I was just like, wow, like my childhood was kind of tough. Just seeing how just my parents working 12-hour shifts from like 5 to 5, like most days, if not every single day, just to make ends meet. And I've seen just the hard labor that my dad has gone through, just the labor that even my mom has gone through the past few years, the past decade really, and just trying to have just a better experience for their children. I feel like it's definitely been such a journey, an adventure really, to be here, just immigrating from Venezuela and just seeing just the opportunities that are limited, for me. Even the financial aid at Cal State Long Beach, the financial aid in general, like we don't get as much, right, as others, and it's been such a just been such a journey. I think it has definitely been a unique experience for me. I have many, but I think one that I really am looking forward to is graduating from Cal State Long Beach. I'm going to be the first person in my family to graduate from a university, and I think that's just such a huge deal, just understanding like where my family came from. Dr. Clarissa Ruiz de Castilla, a communications professor at Cal State Long Beach, says that she sees herself as one singular example of the tremendous efforts that immigrants go through to live a fulfilling life, one filled with dreams and without fears. Her and her parents immigrated from Peru when she was younger and received amnesty from President Ronald Reagan. She believes that there has been a spur of white nationalist shootings everywhere, and the motives always tend to point towards immigration, the hatred towards them increasing rapidly. Yet she cannot understand the hatred, nor can find reasons to justify. So what was it that motivated Dr. Clarissa Ruiz to continue? A motivating factor that she had to continue her academic journey was that she did not have any Latina professors. She craved to have teachers that looked like her, shared similar values and cultural traits, someone who could demonstrate to her that si se puede, all you need to do is dream. She emphasizes the importance of representation for our children, the future leaders of the world. She tells us that it is up to us now to step up, take on the role as leaders and aim for change not only in an academic setting, but also in our everyday lives. Using technology alone can help promote and accomplish change, using social media as a positive platform to voice opinions and create the need for change, for better policies in our political and educational world. In the LA Times, it states, after Trump took office, the department found itself grappling with a drop in crimes being reported by Latinos. From January to April 2017, there was a decline of more than 23% in sexual assault and a dip of more than 8% in domestic violence incidents reported by Latinos, according to the LAPD. All of this prompted officers to hold more than 100 forums to remind people that the department's stance on supporting the estimated 375,000 Los Angeles residents who are in the country illegally remain the same. As Dr. Clarissa shared in her testimony, she believes that immigrants are the hardest workers with strong values. They go to great lengths to cultivate those values into their children, always teaching them the meaning of hard work, teaching them at a very young age that hard work, dedication, and personal strength is beyond valuable and essential. To end this video, as Dr. Clarissa Ruiz said, the more you oppress immigrants, the more they will rise.